Well, friends, hello everyone, how are you? I'm so glad to see you here on my channel. This is Victory, and today I'll show you how I increased my balance from $110 to $2,300. So therefore I strongly recommend you to watch this video till the end, and in the description below this video you will find a link to my Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions you're interested in, and where you'll also find a link to my private Telegram channel where I share my daily trading signals, and I also run weekly marathons to help you increase your deposit from $150 to $5,000, guys. So this happens every week, as I said. Be sure to join this marathon. And in addition, if you write to my personal Telegram channel, you will get a personal link to sign up for PocketOption, and this will give you 50% on your deposit absolutely free. So this is a nice bonus. Make sure to not forget about it. And now let's move on to PocketOption, and I'll show you how everything happened. So I trade the exchange currency pair Euro Canadian dollar. The initial bid is $100. Candlesticks on the chart were equal to 1 minute of real time. So expiration in all transaction was also 1 minute. After evaluating the market, I opened a deal to move lower by 100. As you have already noticed, in this trading session I used 4 indicators, two of which, Donkin channel and zigzag, are superimposed on the quotation chart itself. 2 more, burst power and bulls power, are below the quotation chart. And now about my decision. It was made on the basis of the interaction between bears bulls power indicators. After all, the bull's power line, which is responsible for the strength of buyers, was lower than the bear's power line, which shows the strength of sellers. From this, I concluded that sellers will be stronger and will be able to lower the price. The zigzag indicator line was at a local maximum, which partially confirmed my forecast. And the time of transaction is over. Forecast was fulfilled, and I received $91 profit. So the balance increased from $110 to $2,001. This is just the beginning, and I raised the transaction amount to $200. As I have said in previous videos, the bears bulls power indicators were invented by Alexander Elder, and according to his plan, both indicators should work in pair. Continuing trading, I opened another deal to move lower. This decision was not easy. Bears bulls power indicators line were looking down, from which I concluded that both buyers and sellers lacked strength. But since the quotes were gradually declining, moving away from the zigzag indicator line, I assumed that the downward trend would continue, and not breaking through the upper limit of the Donkin indicator with quotes also confirmed my version. So on the chart we see that the price has fallen down, but it may seem that the decrease is insignificant. But since the volatility was low during trading, such a level in this situation is not bad at all. The completion of this transaction was exciting. The quotes approached the entry point and didn't cross it, and I was able to make $182 profit. So guys, never forget that trading on the entire balance amount is very risky, but considering this, I still raised the transaction amount to $380. One of the ways to reduce such risk is the use of various indicators by me in combination. Meanwhile, I opened the next trade to move lower. Everything was easy here, quotes after a steady decline suddenly rose strongly, but at the same time, the bull's power indicator line at this moment showed weak growth. But the bear's power line declined only slightly, from which I concluded that the quotes would soon return to decline, since sellers are still stronger than buyers. And indeed, the first half of the transaction went as I expected. The candle left a long upper shadow. So the signals of bears bulls power indicators confirmed my forecast, and sellers were stronger than buyers. But where strength began to decline against this background, a new green candle was again approaching the entry point of the deal. The situation repeated itself, and again in my favor, having already added $345 to the balance. Deals are on the edge, but so far everything is fine. So continuing to trade, I once again increased the amount of transaction. Now it's $720. You remember that the risk of a failed transaction is always preserved, and with such amounts of the consequences, with negative development, I always sad. Realizing this, I opened another deal to move lower. The bears bulls power indicator lines this time moved in a different direction. The bears power line grew steadily, and this happened with the growth of quotations, which gave me a signal about the increase in the strength of sellers. At bull's power in turn being in a horizontal position and tried to move down. From this, I realized that the buyer's strength had noticeably weakened. There was a decrease in the price when an adjustment and a refund. So sometimes even confident situations can turn into a loss of the bet. Remember this. Me, in turn, I opened another deal, and again to move lower, the amount remained unchanged at $720. I made the decision because the market situation hasn't changed. The strength of sellers, judging by the line of the bear's power indicator, was increasing, and on the contrary, the strength of buyers was declining, which was evident from the bull's power indicator line. The zigzag indicator line remained at the local maximum, whereby showing that the downtrend is not over yet. Half of the transaction has passed, but the quotes have decreased quite slightly, and their first serious attempt to go down was immediately replaced by a rollback, and the situation hasn't changed. So another decline led to the consolidation of the donkey indicator near the midline. And when the deal was completed, and I got $655.2 profit. Despite the previous failure, I believe the signals and they were justified. I raised the transaction amount again, and now it's $1,000. Risks always remain, and I remember this, but I try to minimize them by showing you how to do it better. Continuing the acceleration, I opened a new deal to move higher, so I made my decision based on the data of the bear's bulls power indicator. When the bull's power indicator line, despite fluctuations in quotations, invariably sought to grow, whereby telling me about the strengthening of buyers. At the same time, the line of the bear's power indicator was actively moving, from which I concluded that the strength of sellers is unstable at this point of time, and buyers may well overcome them. And also, I took into account that strong resistance to the decline of quotations in the area of a middle line of a donkey indicator, which only confirmed the signals of the bear's bulls power indicators. As you can see, my forecast didn't disappoint again, and the transaction is being completed and another $920 topped up my balance. With this, I have completed my overclocking. Its results are obvious, but still I will voice them. So today I made 6 transactions, most of which were almost all in. And in 5 of them I made a profit and 1 returned to be a refund. At the end of the session, my balance is $2,304 and I started with $110. So the net profit was $2,194, guys. So which is quite enough to continue trading, but with the minimal risks. Today I showed you how you can read the signals of bears, bulls, power indicators which work in pair, and I think you will be able to analyze them in your own independent trading by yourself. So, but before opening the deal, as always, I strongly recommend you to carefully consider all the situation in the market in general, and I advise you to use these indicators because they can reduce your risks and they allow you to make a profit over a long period of time. And I want you to continue using these trading binary options because, as you have seen, these methods and this analysis are not complicated at all. And guys, in the description below this video, you will find a link to my Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions you have and questions you're interested in. So where you'll also find a link to my personal Telegram channel where I share my daily trading signals, and I also run weekly marathons to help you increase your deposit from $150 to $5,000, guys. So this happens every week. Be sure to join this marathon, and in addition, if you write to my personal Telegram, you will get a personal link to sign up for PocketOption, which will give you 50% on your deposit absolutely free as a nice bonus. So this offer is very interesting and I hope that you made the most of it. So guys, I thank you so much for watching this video till the end, for being with me all this time, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you will like it. And don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss anything interesting. And that's all for today, guys. As always, wish you luck on your future trading session and see you in the next video. Bye.